First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kakadash, which is the Heavenly Father, and the Son in the name of the Spirit, in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, whom the world ignorantly calls God and Jesus Christ. And I have a little lesson I put together, a little short lesson I put together, and it's basically talking about how the wicked are set against us, they have a perpetual hatred against us, and how this kingdom is really set up for us to be at a lower state. This system is not designed for us, and it never was. Under Esau's rulership, everything that he's made and put into this system is designed to keep us down. As far as education, health, psychological warfare, the brainwashing that they do with philosophies and media, reality TV shows, you name it. And they kill us down in the streets. There's no justice in the court system, and I'm gonna get into it. We'll start off with Psalms 10 and 8. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, in the secret places do he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. And that's true, man. You got Esau that'll sit and wait in the hoods or in the ghettos, the projects, just to try to find something to put on Jake, or try to find something that condemn him. But in all reality, it's the Most High. If they're out to get a Jake, that Jake might have some judgment, might have done something in his past that needed to be judged at that time. So, Esau is the sword. But the fact that these people are prideful in doing that, and it says their eyes are privily set against the poor. So they've been seeking to slay us since the beginning, man. Our forefathers were fighting in the womb. So what makes you think, it's not going to continue to go on? Like it says in Genesis, chapter 27, Esau was seek to slay his brother Jacob, Verse 9, he lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He do catch the poor, in which he draw him into his net. And man, that's true, man, because it's like when Jake get behind, or when Esau get behind Jake, whether it's in a cop car or it's in the neighborhood, wherever you at, man, it happens fast, man, when you get arrested. I don't know if any of you been arrested, but yeah, when I was in the world before truth, we've had encounters with the police, with Esau, and you realize how fast everything happens. You know what I mean? Like, I recently had a little incident where I had Esau come to my door at 2 something in the morning, and he came to my door asking me what car do I drive and whatnot. Never seen this cop in my neighborhood, but he said he was on the way home and he decided to ride through for some reason. So I left my light on in my car before I had came in the house, And he says, yeah, your light's on in your car, man. You drive this such and such car? And I was like, yeah, I drive this car, whatever. He said, well, your light's on in the car. I'm just making sure, no one's broken into it. So I'm like, all right, never seen this cop. Didn't even look like a cop, honestly, you know. And long story short, I go outside to I go back inside to grab my keys off the counter. I live in an apartment, so as the door was shutting, when I go get my keys, he opens the door and kind of peeps in, you know, as if like I'm about to go get something to harm him or something, you know. Basically just looking, like waiting for me to do something wrong to give him a reason to draw his weapon or condemn me, you know what I mean? But, you know, me having the faith that I am, I wasn't worried. You know, I seen it as, you know, okay, the adversary's at my door. You know, I had a little spiritual kind of moment, kind of, you know, take the time to think. So I go outside, I go to my car, he follows. He's kind of like minutes behind me though, so I'm wondering why he's not keeping up. And to get to the point, turn my light off, lock my doors, and I ask him, you know, how'd you know what apartment to come to, you know? See, I just moved into this apartment a couple months ago, so if he ran my tag would go back to my mom's house, my parents' house, so it didn't make sense for him to read my tag and know exactly what door to come to. And like I said, I already had the spirit of like him not being a real cop, so he said, I ran your tag. And it just didn't make sense because, you know, the tag shouldn't go back to my apartment. And me doing this video, reading this verse made me kind of, you know, this verse made me think of that, you know what I'm saying? Because a couple days later, I see him in my neighborhood just sitting. And I ride through, I park. He comes down towards me. So I get out the car, but I'm behind the car, so he cannot see me. So he stops at a stop sign in my neighborhood, and he just stops. And I'm just sitting there looking through a car window till he passes. So he doesn't pass. So as soon as I walk out, it's the same cop car, you know, same cop. He slowly rides by. So I can say I have a testimony with this verse right here. You know, he sitteth in the lurking places of the villages and the secret places till he murdered the innocent. Although he didn't murder me, but his eyes are privily set against me, man. You know, and that it made me realize like this is getting close. And then the next morning when I woke up, I seen a video one of the GMS brothers had posted about how we're about to be watched and targeted, you know, for hate speech and anybody who speak against you know, conspiracies according to the government or New World Order agenda. And through the spirit, I got a verse, you know, for that. Because this is coming soon, you know. Jake's might have to be persecuted. You know, Esau might come into our homes, you know, when martial law hit, and Jake's might be took into a facility or something, be tortured and interrogated, try to get you to take the chip or whatever, you know. And we're heading into those times, you know. This is Psalms 37 and 32. It's a lot. 32. The wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh to slay him. You know? And it's true as day, man. It's true as day. Jake can be minding his own business, but these curses are going out hard, man. Hard as ever, man. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is putting these curses on, putting the spirit upon these Edomites, you know, to be prideful and just, you know, ruthless, man. You know, that's their nature. You know? And like I was saying, it goes back to Genesis 27. And in fact, I'm going to get that. It goes back to Genesis 27. So y'all can know, man, this has been happening from the beginning. You know? It says, you know, this is the blessing that Esau was getting from his father, but you know, Jacob tricked Esau into getting his blessing. You know, but ultimately this was how it's supposed to go because this is the way the Most High wanted it. But It says, this Genesis chapter 27 started 20, I'm going to start at 38. And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even also, O my father. Esau lifted up his voice and wept. This is right after Jacob got his blessing. And Isaac's father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling should be the fatness of the earth and of the dew of heaven from above. And what does Esau have? He's ruling the world right now. He has the ultimate resources, the biggest military, has abundance of oil, gold. He's giving us this fiat dollar that's not backed by anything, He has he has the fatness of the earth, man. He's in rulership right now. This is his kingdom. Has all nations under him. Like what it says in I think it's Habakkuk, or it might be Haggai. I can't think of it, man. I'll come back to it, but it says, and by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. It shall come to pass that thou have dominion, thou shalt break the yoke off his neck. All right. What is Esau? What is the modern day sword, man? The gun. And these Edomites, man, they are crafty with this gun, man. I mean, they train their kids up, to shoot, reload, break them down, take them apart, clean them, put them back together. This is their blessing, man. And Jakes think out here they gonna be able to fight Esau with their little arsenal that they got, man. Nah, man. Esau blessed with the sword, man. It's not happening. But to get to the point, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then when I slay my brother Jacob, You see? So he's been seeking to slay his brother since the beginning. And you Jakes out here want to join hand in hand with him, man. Want to be equal to him, man, when the Most High said we're not. You want to be in his system, drive cars like he do, have money like he do, live in his neighborhoods like they do. You see? Everything that pertains to this world, their world, you want a part of it. But they're against you the whole time, man. This world, this kingdom, this system that Esau has set up for the children of Israel, man, it's a snare, man. It's a snare in the net, man. Waiting to grab whoever's gonna take part of it, man. That's all it is. So let's get into it. Just Psalm 64 and 5. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of land snares privily. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish the diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. Dark, man. Dark. The heart is dark. But they like verse 5 says, they lay snares privily, man. And if you go into that word, privily is it. Matter of fact, let's go into it. This is Strong's H 2933.
Strong's H 2934. Taman.
To hide, to conceal, secretly laying. You see? Secretly laying. So they secretly lay snares, man. Lay traps. You see it in the government, with the healthcare and Section 8. That's just Section 8 and what's that called? Food stamps. They want you to rely on them, man. Really it's a trap, taxes. It doesn't make sense for us to pay taxes on the land that was here before they were, man. Our ancestors owned this land. So you take over a land and then you come to a land, kill all the indigenous people, take it over, have the slaves rebuilt it, and then you pay them, and then you charge them to live on it. It's a lot. Yeah, you charge them to live on it. That's bullshit, man. That's a snare. That's just another way to keep us low, man. You know? And this system, man, it's fucked up, man. It's fucked up, man. But Jake, like I said, Jake still wants to be a part of it, man. They want to be a part of it. They want to be a part of this world, this system. They want to be equal to Esau. Want to join hand in hand. It's not supposed to happen, man. This is our captivity, man. You're not gonna ever be cool with them, man. This is Baruch chapter 3, verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments, according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our power, Yahweh our power. You see? It says, hear Israel, the commandments of life, give ear to understand wisdom. How happened it that thou art in thine enemy's land, that thou art waxing old in a strange country, that thou art defiled with the dead. Right? Everyone's spiritually dead here, man. You know? They don't have the knowledge of Yahweh, man. They don't have the knowledge of the truth, man. There's no mercy in this land. That's why he says, I have a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there's no truth, no knowledge of Yahweh, or no mercy in this land. You know, we're all living contrary to our wisdom, which is this book and these scriptures. You know, and y'all still go out here and vote. Y'all still go out here and you know, basically, you know, try to protest and ain't doing nothing. Y'all try to come together. That ain't doing nothing at all. You know, and people, there's people that actually, Israel, that actually vote for Trump and standing for Trump, you know. This is Lamentations chapter 4 and 17. As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us. They hunt our steps, that we cannot go in our streets. Our end is near, our days are fulfilled, for our end is come. Our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of the heaven. They pursued us upon the mountains, and they laid wait for us in the wilderness. You know? So, like the verse says, man, we watch for a nation that cannot save us, man. While they continually hunt our steps, man. Like he told us, our end is near. You know, our end is near, man. On the oppressor's side, there was power, you know. This is Zechariah chapter 11, verse 4. Thus saith Yahweh my power, feed the flock of the slaughter, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, blessed be Yahweh, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. You see? That's what happens daily throughout the land of America, man. This hellhole here. We get slaved daily, and our people get no justice from it. But yet y'all want to come together. But yet, you know, it doesn't make sense for us to come together, man. They still got the KKK running freely. But the Panthers didn't last how long? How long did the Black Panthers last? Exactly. I mean, I'm not even sure how long it lasted. I'm not sure the exact number of years, but it's not around. They demolished it. But the KKK can have a rally, have state troopers with rifles, and damn Edomites in fucking white robes and Nazi shirts with fucking ARs roaming down the street with the police patrolling it. Oh, but let niggas go out the street, man. It's gonna be a mini martial law outside. You feel me? It's ridiculous, man. Y'all gotta leave this world alone and don't side with the enemy, man. Because a lot of these jakes are siding with the enemy in these days, man. Jakes getting paid off to do stuff, you know, which is it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, man. Psalm 73, verse 3. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in your death, but their strength is firm. You see, yeah. They're in power. They're in rulership right now, man. They have control of all things, you know. And verse 5 said they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Right, but we're in a time right now where those curses, the curses are falling back on the Edomites, man. You know, everything's being reversed. It says, therefore pride compasses them about as a chain. Violence covers them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness, and they have more than the heart could wish. Right, what I was telling you earlier, man. Like, back in Genesis 27, they was blessed with the fatness of the earth. You see? It says they are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. You see? They set their mouth against the heavens and their tongue walking through the earth. They speak loftily. Let's go into the blue letter. Let's go into the blue letter and look up that word loftily.
Strong's H 4791. Marom.
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 In a high place, proudly, height. You know, see? The kings of the earth, man. They're set up on high right now, you know? Why? Because they're ruling everything. You know? In an elevated place, an elevated state, you know? Rulership. In other words, you know? I mean, Jakes need to seek righteousness, man. Leave this world alone, man, because we all know that if any man love the world, what? If any man love the world, oh snap! Hold on, wait. Tripping. I am tripping. It's a lot. No, I'm right. If any man love the world, love the Father's not in him. This is 1 John chapter 2, verse 15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. You see? So, leave this world alone. Leave the Esau alone. Leave these enemies alone. Seek the Most High, man. Seek wisdom and knowledge and righteousness, man. You know? Keep the faith. You know, lay up your treasures in heaven. You know, because there's nothing in this world that you can take with you, man. So, this life, you know, do what you can to get to the next one, man. You feel me? This is 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 4. No man that warreth entangles himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier. And that's right. And that's what we need to continue to do, man. Be soldiers. You know? Jakes might be going through things, but our labor is not in vain, man. We catch hell because, you know, we gotta suffer. You know? And that's what patience is. You go into that word patience. It's to suffer. So whenever you see, like verse 9 says, when I suffer trouble as an evildoer, even unto bonds, but the word of Yahweh is not bound. Therefore I endure all things for the elect's sake, that they may also obtain the salvation which is in Yahweh Shai with eternal glory. You see? So we're gonna catch hell in this world, but you know, we gotta deal with it, man. Keep your mind on a spiritual level, trying not to be carnal. You know, brothers might be fighting demons. You know, all of us will. We all go through things, man. But man, this is the time to really just push hard. You know, and the leader of my camp, and you know, saying the spirit, how Shai has been putting on his spirit for us to push harder, man. That's why we're going hard, like just trying to make as many videos as we can a week. You know, seek Yahweh Shai out of the book, man. Keep your mind on the law, man. Meditate on this. Meditate on this wisdom and knowledge that it's giving. You know, prepare yourself. You know, what's that verse? If you don't prepare yourself, right. It's just Luke 12:47. And that servant which knew his Lord's will and prepared not himself, neither did according to his will, shall be beaten with many stripes, man. So don't take this thing lightly, man. You know, don't take this thing lightly. Just keep the faith, man. And this video is really off the spirit of, you know, giving comfort to the brothers out there, man. I really don't have no title for it. I just put a couple scriptures together and the rest came to the spirit, man. But hopefully that gave some comfort to some of you brothers out here. And you know, hopefully it was edifying. But with that, I'm gonna end it. You know, I'm gonna give all praise to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kakodash. You know, peace and salutations to the elect and the 1/3, and sincere Akim and Aqua out here in this truth, believing in standing tall for Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who teach and rule well. And with that saying, Shalom.